So the team's made up of social workers and community care officers. They are all allocated a ward. They are then responsible for the patients on that ward who require social care input. When they first come in, they get a social care update, be that whether their care's ready, whether their equipment's in, for all their service users on the ward. During the morning, they then go to the board round. Board round is basically the entire multidisciplinary team, and they all get together and they discuss each patient on the ward and discuss what is required for their discharge planning. After the board rounds, my team spend a lot of time on the wards, forming relationships with the service users, assessing them, meeting families, giving them information about different options they have, different finance implications for those. If it's a social care action, feed it back to the relevant social worker. If it's a nursing action, feed it back to the nurse if that nurse hasn't gone today. So it's about making sure that we utilise our skill set appropriately. Here, because you're co-located with all the professionals and with the service user base, that actually they spend a lot of time on the ward, but they also spend a lot of time on the office, because actually it's just running up the stairs or going up to the 9th floor in the lift. And if there is a change of circumstance or if they have forgotten to double check something, it's just going back up and doing it again or picking up the phone.
My name's Beth. I've been a hospital social worker at Watford General for the last 6 years. I came here straight from university. The reason I really love the job is just no 2 days are the same. I work with such a wide variety of service users, and just helping people in that transition from being in hospital to helping them get home is really rewarding. I studied at the University of Hertfordshire, and then it seemed like a really good opportunity to come and work here at Watford General Hospital, so I actually relocated to Watford to come and work here in the hospital. So we sort of work in a multi-professional way throughout the hospital to support people out of hospital as quickly as possible. So each day when I arrive on Bluebell ward, I usually meet with the ward sister where we look at the priorities for that day, who's being discharged and whose discharges we need to begin to plan. So we'll look at which other professionals we need to include. So that would be OTs, physios, dietitians, mental health team, speech and language therapist, to sort of work together to assess how we're going to best meet their needs in the community. Obviously each person is completely different, so it can vary who's involved, but at the centre of that we speak to the person, see what it is they want to achieve and how we can work together to support them home. So every new worker here that joins our team at Watford General has a 4-week induction programme. And for that 4-week period, they're allocated a buddy, which is a specific worker assigned to them who supports them through that 4-week period, answers any queries, questions, but really guides them through the training elements of being in hospital, shadowing, assessments and eligibility, just sort of everything they need to know about the role, so then they're set up to work in the hospital. So the job here obviously is a challenging, fast-paced, often pressurised job, but within the team it's a really supportive team. We have a lot of fun as well and really celebrate sort of successes within the team. So each month we look at what we've achieved as a team and celebrate an employee of the month who's really sort of gone above and beyond that month. So that's all celebrated. There's a lot of peer support, so we have peer support groups with our colleagues to discuss any problems that we might be having or any specific cases that we can discuss to sort of support each other, as well as regular team meetings and supervision. Our goal is to support people home from hospital in whichever way works best for the service user, because ultimately that's where everyone wants to be, and that's the reason that we do our job.